Greetings everybody, it's me Knight again. And today I'm going to be making another video about what would a psychic tell someone about you, as far as like how would they describe you, you know? And possibly as they're describing you, they might bring out some things about your past or presently right now or what you're about to step into. So whatever comes out, but I'm really aiming at the current moment. How would a psychic describe you to someone, in case you guys are curious out there? If somebody was to be nosy about your life, what would be told to them? So it's gonna be a 4-card pick, and let's start it off. So the first card is gonna be the Angel card. Second card is Idyllic Times. Third card is Divine Mother. And fourth is the Twin Flames. All right. So again, first card, second, third, and this is gonna be the fourth pile. So pause the video if you need to. All right. So let's see. All right. Try to get it on the camera. All right. So we're gonna start off with pile 1. All right. The Angel card. Let's see, what would a psychic tell someone about you guys? All right. Let's see, what would they say? Oh, wow. Okay. So already, currently, in the energy you're in right now, you're being shown as somebody very emotional, very empathetic, very sensitive to energy and those around you, whether it be strangers or just anybody. You're definitely protected a little bit more, it seems like, by angels. Maybe you've been doing a lot of work in yourself, possibly meditating, only because other than you picking the Angel card, the Temperance card came out again, which is the Angel. The Two of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and behind on the bottom of the deck was the Moon card, which is letting me know you're definitely connected to the divine, but seems more so the feminine aspect of the divine. I'm also being shown, they would tell the person that's asking about you that you've had a lot of times where you felt burdened in life at times, and you always had to like find a way to start new or renew yourself. So I'm also being told you're able to transform easily. You might not be able to trust easily because of things you went through as well. There's times where people left you out in the cold or made you feel unwanted or unappreciated at times. But no matter what, you end up learning how to self-love yourself, and you always came out victorious with the Six of Wands, and you didn't let any burdens that life has thrown to you get you down too far, because the Nine of Wands is in reverse. Okay, you always learned how to innovate and become something new. All right, and that's what's leading you to blessings right now. Currently, you have like a certain way of thinking, you have a certain way of being that brings you good fortune. And in case you guys don't know, the wheel is slowly turning in your favor. So this is what someone would a psychic would tell someone about you. You're not one to want to feel oppressed, especially in love. I'm hearing some of you guys, for what a psychic would tell them, you love deeply and you put your heart all into it. And it might be times, even now, where it's hard to let go of what has happened to you. So even though I'm saying you're strong, and as far as walking away, you also have had times, that maybe even now, where it's not the easiest, because you fully invest in people hard, right? So you don't trust people. When you do let people in the door, or as far as to say let people in your heart, if they mess you over, it's damaging. Okay, so you had to learn how to set boundaries, and sometimes I'm hearing you still kind of struggle with it. Again, I keep hearing you've been through a lot of random endings, or just endings that weren't the best, unexpected, I should say, because I see the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, because again, you have a big heart. You're very emotional with this Eight of Cups, big time. And so to this day, as you've gotten older, you've learned to cut people off quickly, and speak your mind more. And if you don't feel like you're one that's able to be confident enough to speak your mind and let people know how you feel, I'm hearing that's what you're going into soon, right? You're still always going to be able to shine your light. I'm hearing some people might have want to dim your light or stop your success and keep you from moving forward with the Two of Wands, especially possibly in relationships. And when I mean by relationships, not just lovers, it can be family, friends, even people who don't really know you that well, like at work. Okay. I'm also being told some of you guys are good. Like, I might be like love reading books or good at writing, something like that, or you just somebody who's just very creative. So that's something that a psychic would tell someone about you. You guys are very creative. Y'all might work with writing. Y'all might be into finance. Y'all might be into possibly in the medical field, but as far as like more so like on records, you might do something with records, something with paperwork filing. You're being shown as organized. So if you're not organized at work, a psychic would just say you like organization, you like structure, you don't like when things get too chaotic, even though you've been through chaotic times. Also, a psychic would say you're a daydreamer. You have big dreams, and if you don't have big dreams, you're just a person who's just very imaginative. You have a strong imagination. Again, I'm being strong creativity. A person who's very creative. You've learned in life to be patient as well. There might have been times you wanted things to move a little faster, but they didn't move that quickly, and they left you feeling stuck. Or sometimes you might have had times where you were stuck and you didn't know a way out, but you always improvised. Again, it came into this Emperor energy, like I said earlier with that Fool card, which was Aries. Okay. Also, I'm being shown a psychic would say you're very illuminated, you're very spiritually aware, and they would tell them that you will be advancing even more as you get older. So they will tell the person, if they're trying to date you, for an example, I'm gonna give you 3 scenarios. If I'm gonna use somebody who will like to date you, and I'm gonna give someone who's like an associate to you, or a friend, or a random person who wants to know about you, and I'm also what to be told. I'm gonna give you guidance on what somebody who would hate on you will be told. Okay, because they're all gonna be told the same information, but I'm going to show you how the person will react when they hear this information. So a lover hearing this will intrigue them, especially if you're encountering somebody who wants to date you and they want to know what do you do for enjoyment, or they want to know how your relationships have been. They would be definitely told that you've been through some not the best of relationships, but you're not a person to hold grudges too long. So they would tell that person who is in love with you to be careful with your heart and treat your heart like gold, because when you love someone, you put your whole heart into it. So they would warn the client to be cautious with your heart, be gentle with you, and if they cannot if they're not able to reciprocate and give you the proper love, then the psychic, if they're good in their heart and have good morals, they would tell this person, try not to, if you know you're not able to do this, don't lead them on and don't waste your time. So that's what they would tell the lover. And if they're like a friend or just some random person who just knows you're curious about you, they would say you're a very hard worker, very innovative, a go-getter, a dreamer, and extremely intelligent, right? That's what they'll tell someone like that. And if there's a hater, even if the person's not saying hateful words to the psychic, a real psychic will be able to tell if somebody's asking these questions for malicious intentions. Okay, so the psychic would be aware of this, and they would say, this person's strong, and even though they have a big heart, they're not one to be played with. They're not weak. They're extremely spiritually protected, and hopefully they would tell the person asking the question to be aware of this and walk with caution, right? And that protects you. But some psychics will not say that, and they would just say you're very emotional, you're almost overly empathetic, and if they tell this to somebody, if this person's wicked, they could probably try to throw a spell on you. So this is something that if an enemy who wanted to get a reading on you, a psychic could tell, depending on the psychic's moral standings. Okay. But overall, what a psychic will ultimately tell them is that you're going into your chariot moment. You're going to be going through a glow up, a major evolution in your psychic abilities. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be hearing or seeing spirits all the way, but you'll just be more closer connected. You might feel their presence, chills, and things of that nature. And then for like the 1 or 2% of you guys, possibly you might become clairaudient as you get older. So you could be 20 and 30 right now, 20, 30 years old, or 40, and never had any times of hearing spirits, but randomly when you're 50, you'll start getting them. Because believe it or not, just because you might not have had certain gifts at a young age, it doesn't mean it can't come later on, right? If it's meant to be. So that's what I'm being told about you. And you're also very abundant, very blessed, definitely. So even if you're not rich, or not, you don't have as much money as you want, I'm being told that they would tell the client overall, you are a person who can make money out of nothing. You can make something out of nothing, and you can always make money. And again, you're very intuitive, and they will tell them to be very aware of you. So, what else would they tell someone about you? Again, you're very optimistic as well. No matter, again, they keep telling me you always try to be in a joyous spirit. You try not to let things get you down, only because with this grateful optimism card here, it's always showing you looking towards the future. You try your best, because some of you guys I'm hearing, you can't hear or see spirits, but you have like an inner knowing, and this is what this telepathy card is. Like, telepathy, from my perspective, is like the spirit is throwing a voice in your head, and it may sound like the spirit, but most likely it's gonna sound like your voice, right? So yeah, you have your thoughts, but the spirit is throwing it's what it wants you to know in your thought, and then your spirit is pretty much translating it, and that's how you get your information, which is allowing you to have miracles in this life. So they would tell them that you might possibly have telepathy as a gift, and also you're a person who has random miracles happen to you at random times, whether you consider them a miracle or not. You might just consider it a surprise or a coincidence, but it's not. It's divine intervention. So they would tell them about that. And also, you keep secrets. You only tell your secrets to those you really love. Okay, those who are gonna want to understand you, because they said that there's certain things you just don't trust everybody wanting to know about you. I mean, they would even tell them that you don't even tell some of your family members certain things about you, especially when the spirits are just a little too personal as far as dating life. You're also being shown. The person should know this who's asking this, but the psychic would say you're very beautiful, very determined. And side message, if you are a person who has kids, you're a great nurturer to your children. But you definitely, no matter if you're masculine or feminine, you have a lot of feminine energy within you. That's what they would tell you. You have like a goddess energy, because the femme fatale came out, and you'll be known as gorgeous. And if some of you guys, I'm being told your energy draws good people, whether they're actually attracted to your physical beauty or your soul's beauty. And overall, this is what they would tell the person they're talking to. So this is what the psychic would tell the client that's asking about you. And so, again, they keep talking about creativity. So you're definitely creative. You're definitely beautiful. You're definitely a team player. And this is what they would tell them. So this is what I'm hearing for you guys. Pile 1. If you like the reading, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one, alright? Okay. Whoever picked pile 2, idealistic times, let's see what a psychic would tell a client about you that's asking about you. Let's see. So already I'm hearing someone who's very headstrong, doesn't stop when it comes to their success. You're very abundant. Again, doesn't mean you have to be rich, but you might have a good savings account. Somebody who likes the nicer things in life, the finest of things in life, if you can get it. And again, when I say that, it doesn't mean you have to be rich, but just whatever feels comfortable for you. Because on the map, if you're masculine or feminine, they will show you as the King of Pentacles. Like, you give a lot to people, but you know how not to overgive. I'm hearing you might have had to learn how not to overgive or people please at times. But again, they're definitely showing me that you're very abundant with 3 of Cups. This is what they would tell somebody. You might have a small circle of friends, probably no more than 3 to 4, at the minimum 2. You're definitely someone who might have vivid dreams, because I see the Moon card here. I'm hearing too, though, they would tell someone that you don't like having times of confusion. You don't like when people make you confused or don't explain themselves all the way. You like clarity. You don't like confusion. You like to feel grounded and safe. You have a lot of earth in your energy, I'm hearing. A little bit of earth and fire, but you don't like too much craziness. You like peace. You like your peace. Again, they keep saying you like the finer things in life. This is what they would tell them. Even when you dress, you might dress kind of classy, but also casual, kind of like a mix. you hold yourself at a certain standard that's really good. And again, at the bottom of the deck is Ace of Pentacles. You're trying to reach for the most success you can in life, especially at work. You want to leave a legacy if you decide to have kids. You want to have a firm foundation for your family, whether you're a mother or a father. You're also being shown as a strong leader. Some of you guys like to travel. They will tell the client that as well. Very intuitive. Okay, and you'll stop at nothing to get success. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. You just, I'm hearing some of you guys might not have had everything that you wanted growing up. So in this life, as you gotten older, you try to make your life a little bit better than what you had for some of you guys, or some of you guys are trying to imitate what you had because you had a great life. So I'm getting two different people. You're definitely showing this balance, very angelic. Some of you guys might be Libras, but no matter what, again, very balanced. Some of you guys, for some of you guys, a very few of you guys, if you are in a relationship, whether it be marriage or dating, it's from this person's perspective, how the psychic would tell the client, you're very much in sync with the person you're with. Okay, very loving. And even if you're not, for some of you guys, if you're not in a relationship, I'm hearing you might have a friend that loves you like a brother or a sister, and you feel the same way about them. So they would tell this person, the client, that if they were to just be friends with you or date you, either way, whatever they choose to do, you'll be a loyal friend as long as the client is respectful to you. The person who's trying to be in your life or get to know you, as long as they're respectful and genuine and can kind of stay grounded and not be too much in their energy where it's overwhelming for you, they'll be great. Okay. You're also being shown as very passionate with this Knight of Wands. You have a lot of sensual energy as well. They will also say at certain times you might have had strife with certain people growing up, maybe friends, family members, and so that's one reason you like your peace. You like peace a lot. You don't like to feel defeated, and you will not let anybody make you feel defeated. I get this stubborn energy, so sometimes you might have had a bad habit of being stubborn as well on certain things in life, whether certain topics and certain beliefs are just you. Growing up, you might have been stubborn. I'm definitely hearing stubborn on what you want in love, because you don't really want to allow yourself to feel heartbroken with anybody, especially if you didn't deserve it. I'm hearing some of you guys, they would tell the client that you like to isolate yourself sometimes to really get your thoughts together with this Hermit card. And that's how you get clarity on certain decisions that you need to make in life. And that's how you're able to overcome a lot of difficulties when you sit alone and sit with yourself. And that allows you to get these chariot moments coming to you to, overcome difficulties, and also an illumination moment with the Hangman, right? Which puts you into your power as the Emperor. Because again, you don't like feeling stuck. You're very patient. It might have took time for you to want to be like this, but you're very patient. Again, you don't like deceit. You don't like illusions. You don't like liars as well. You don't like fake people. You don't like unorganized people. You don't like feeling oppressed. You like to communicate when you feel the need to. Sometimes you guys do want to travel, but you still like to stay local. You don't like to go too far, some of you guys. And also, they would say you like the sun or something about being outdoors. You're very, you just like something with the vibes of it. But again, you're also someone not to play with as well. You can also go into the Queen of Swords energy, where you will speak your truth, and sometimes it might be a little harsh. Okay, that's because you have so much passion in your heart and drive. You want to get straight to the point. You don't like the lollygag. You want to get straight to the point and tell people directly how you feel, whether if you love them or not. And also, this is something the psychic would say, that some of the people who truly love you, whether family, friends, they love that or respect that about you. And you're not one to just end things. Meaning you're not one to wait to just end something. If you have enough evidence to leave something behind that doesn't suit you anymore, you will do it. I'm hearing at times it might have been hard to do that before, but it will. And again, you're meant for success. This is something they would tell the person, and they would tell this person. Now, again, if this is a good client, not a good client, but if this is a good psychic, they would tell this person, do not take advantage of your abundance. Physically, spiritually, mentally. Meaning, if you are the person with more money, or even if they do have money, don't use you pretty much, whether for your assets, as far as like trying to make you overcook, make you over clean, make you do anything overly done, right? And them not reciprocating, right? What else would they say to you about you? Let me get my other deck. What else am I picking up? Yeah, again, you like your peace. Also with the moon, you might be attracted to the moon. Just the sun, you like the balance of both worlds. You might love water as well. They would tell them that you might like being out in the water, swimming, but you love your peace. That's a self-regulation. You love peace, right? And you do anything to protect your energy. And also, depending on the psychic, they probably would say you're extremely protected, your boundaries protected. Not just because you set boundaries, but your guides protect you, right? Only to keep your energy in check, to keep you empowered always. Because they see you have a tender heart, and if the wrong person takes advantage of this can be really damaging, and it might take you too much time to heal. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, but you also being shown as very wise, and again, the passion. I said sensual energy. You might be Tauruses or something, but let's see what else they would tell. You might love to tell stories. You're always transforming your look. Some of you guys. Some of you guys might do social media work, or y'all like being on the internet. But also, you're definitely devoted to like a God source, right? And again, you like telling stories or expressing yourself. So what I'm hearing, I'm getting like 3 scenarios, kind of like I did with Power 1. If this is a lover, or somebody's interested in being a lover towards you, or dating you, or marrying you, the psychic would definitely ensure and say that you have an extremely big heart. You're very nurturing, extremely focused, hardworking at your job, successful at your career. No matter what your career is, they would say you're successful. So if the client is worried about your stability and wonder if how much money they have to invest in you, they would say you're pretty balanced off. And they will also tell this person, if they want to love you, don't take advantage, you don't use you. You don't like that. You like clear communication. And so they need to have that if they come to you, if they want a stable relationship with you, right? And they need to make sure they're not coming with too much baggage that's going to make you feel burdened. And you need to feel appreciated, because some of you guys might not have felt as appreciated in certain relationships before, right? And that's with a lover. And if it's a friend just curious about you, or a coworker who just knows you, they would just say, they'll probably keep it simple, saying that you're just a hard worker, someone who minds their business, who focuses on themselves, and who's extremely grateful, and somebody who's not one to talk on others, right? But you will defend your ground if need be. That's what they'll tell that person. If there's an enemy, because the enemy, if a person looking into your life who's an enemy, of course they're not going to say I'm an enemy to the psychic, but the psychic, if they're real good, they should pick up the energy of this person malevolent. And so the psych would say, you're extremely protected by the divine. And they would say you've been through a lot of situations where you had to stand your ground. And so they would tell this client to not cross your boundaries. It would not be great as far as karma. Because unlike the first pile, I would say if someone messes with you, there's something with you. People can get karma easily if they do you wrong. So they would definitely tell them that. Okay. Is there anything else? That's pretty much it. I'm just hearing you have a huge heart, you're an extremely grateful person, and you have a sacred purpose. So that if they wanted to tell the person, they would say that. But I don't feel certain cycles go that far. It depends. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm hearing with you guys. What is it? How to. So if y'all like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. How to. Okay. All right. Now, whoever picked Power 3, the Divine Mother card, let's see what the Divine would tell someone about you. They would say you're very graceful, on how you are as a character, how you are as a person. You're very full of life. You're very inspirational, very passionate. You have a lot of drive. You like pleasure, meaning like you like things that make you feel happy, make you feel good. You definitely have a lot of sensual energy, whether you guys know this or not. You're giving me like um, Scorpio vibes. You're giving Leo vibes, Taurus vibes. It doesn't mean you have to be those zodiac signs. It's just something in your energy is giving sensual energy. Um, and they would say you're very creative as well. You don't like being judged. It kind of hurts you when you feel misunderstood, but you understand everybody's not going to get you. You know they're not. You know you're not the cup of tea for everybody. You're definitely being shown as beautiful. They are. They would probably say people are attracted to you, especially your hair or how you look with your eyes and smile. Maybe I'm saying this because you're coming up. You have a mix of energies. Um, at times you can come off as the Princess of Pentacles and the Princess of Wands, depending on the day, right? You can be earthy sometimes and very fiery and passionate, but ultimately it puts you into this Emperor state. So it's like at work, on a day-to-day, people see you as a strong, somebody that they should respect. But if you're just walking down the street, for example, like say if you're in a shopping center, you're at a mall or somewhere, people are seeing you in the Princess of Wands. If you're like just running errands, walking downtown or whatever, or you go into a function where people you don't really know, you have a shield up, meaning they see this beauty, in this earth energy, you're very grounded, but they see the beauty, but you have this wall up because you know you don't trust everybody at this new place that you're at. So at certain places that you go to that's not work, if you don't feel comfortable, you have this shield up, but you're very still nurturing in a motherly way to respect other people, but you're not gonna let them go so far to bring up certain conversations about you, right? Even if you're an introvert, you're just not gonna let it slide. You're not gonna let it happen. But then also if you're in a happy place or a happy place around the city or a location, you're more in this passionate energy, Queen of Wands, like this Princess of Wands, where you feel comfortable to express yourself, okay? But overall, especially at work, especially with people who know you, who work with you for a while, even family, you'll be shown as the Empress. And this is what they would tell a person who's asking about you, okay? Definitely. You're very quick, you're very clever. I'm hearing some of you guys like to travel. You're very deep thinkers, very logical, but empathetic as well. Some of you guys might realize y'all run into people that you might feel like you met before. Some of you guys might have had a lot of soulmates or people who felt karmic to you, and you probably didn't understand why. They would tell them that. You love celebrations and get-togethers, but small get-togethers, right? Like when I mean by small, maybe like 5 or 6 people. They are saying though that you've been judged a lot and misunderstood a lot by people. And because of this, you try not to judge other people, how people have done you. You're born with a lot of wealth, whether you know this or not. This is what the cycle would tell the person. And when I mean by wealth, not just money, but you have a lot of wealth of energy. Like something about you seems regal. Yeah. You're very connected to the moon, they would say. You're very mature in your emotions. Yeah. Again, very grounded. Some of you guys like to meditate. They will also say, even if they're seeing a psychic, they will definitely say you're into tarot, or either doing tarot or doing something of a psychic, something with psychic energy. Some of you guys, if you are into this from my 1%, so this part might not be for everybody. Some of them, they might say you might be into magic, or if you don't do magic, you might like watching magical things, okay? Maybe witch movies, okay? You have a mysterious spiritual side that nobody really knows. You only tell people that you trust, if at all. You had a lot of times where you had to start over again in your life. You might be an animal lover as well. You might have a dog, a cat, okay? You might love nature. So they will say that to this person. So they need to be aware of that. Some of you guys might like music and singing, I'm hearing. Y'all might be into fashion and makeup. Definitely a lot of feminine energy. Remember I was saying misunderstood? The misunderstanding card came out, duality. You're definitely magnetic. You draw a lot of attention. you've had make a lot of adjustments in life, and you had to learn not to look back. They also say you're a healer. Whether you know this or not, they would definitely say you're a healer. Maybe you like write something with your hands. They will tell the person that you bring a lot of blessings to people. So whether you actually do spiritual work as a job, your presence is healing, therapeutic, no matter if you're masculine or feminine watching this video. They will definitely say that. You definitely have a lot of animal spirit guides. So I'm letting you know right now, in case you guys don't know, other than angels, you have a lot of animal spirit guides coming through. Like, more than just a dog or a cat, you have like felines, like jaguars, snow leopards, like lionesses, a lot of cats, mainly cats, and some birds like hawks. I'm seeing ravens to some people. You're just connected with animals. As far as insects, you might see like butterflies, things of that nature. You're connected to like a lot of animals. It's because of your past life. So you have a deep past life connection. This person would tell the client, the psych would tell the person, I should say. And yeah, this is deep. And they just would say, you've probably met a lot of people that feels like surreal, like you've met them before and you don't know why. You might be drawn to certain places for you, and you don't know why. It's past life. Definitely. What else they're telling you about you guys? Again, they repeated the same thing again. They will still continue to tell them that you're a healer. You're like an earth angel. You're meant to start something new. You definitely have a sacred purpose where you're like a miracle worker. There's something about you that's very therapeutic. Some of you guys were shamans in your past life. You're definitely healers, guys. You need to know this. And also, they would tell them you've learned to overcome a lot of difficulties. You learned how to stand in your power, and that's why you've achieved so much in this life. What else would they tell them? Again, something about you is magical. This is like the second card, third card, magical. So there's something about you, whether you do magic or you just your energy, your aura is extremely magical. It's very sacred. It's very beautiful. It's very alluring. All right, you have goddess energy. So again, I gotta repeat this. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. You have a goddess energy around you. They would also say you have a lot of your life compared to the other two powers is affected a little bit more heavier by your past life. Like, of course, we all are affected by our past lives, but the past lives you live were very strong, very dominant, and you're a person of prestige, whether with royalty and things like that. And I don't really bring up royalty in past life readings unless it's there, because everybody wasn't a queen. Everybody didn't work for a queen. Nobody lives in the castle, but it's very rare if I state that. So this is what I'm feeling. You have some type of regal energy in your spirit, no matter what your status is in life right now. They would say this. And they would tell this person you deserve the best. You've been through certain things to get to where you are today, the success that you have. So yeah, and they would tell them don't belittle you. They would tell them definitely respect you. And you come from a strong family lineage, especially from your mother and your father. So like, say if this person was to meet your family, they would be telling them to be mindful how they act and carry themselves. Like, even though I'm feeling your family will be nice, but they're going to be very protective of you. You have some very protective parents. And even if they're not around, their spirit is very protective around you, okay? And if you have siblings, they're very protective. You have a very nurturing, extremely strong family, okay? Whether you see this or not. And some of them might have made mistakes, but they just probably didn't realize how strong they were, that they could have made it past those mistakes. But nonetheless, you have a strong family. This is what they would tell the client. The psychic would tell the client this. Again, you're very magical. So again, just like I did the first two piles, I'm gonna give y'all 3 scenarios. One for a lover, one for a friend or associate, whether a coworker who's asking about you, a lover and also what a lover would say about you if they're trying to ask about you, and an enemy or somebody who has malicious energy towards you. So if a lover was asking all this, the psych would still say all this for the most part. But if they're a lover, they would definitely say what kind of family you come from, like I stated earlier. They'll let them be aware of this, and they will tell them all about the upheavals you've been through, and to make sure they reciprocate an energy towards you of regal status, because you deserve the best. Not that this person should change themselves completely, but they should come with a heart that is pure to you as much as possible. Um, and to recognize the beauty within you, not just outside you, but within you, to actually dig to have a deep soul connection with you to make this work, and to understand how magic you are, and also to understand you've been misunderstood in life. So they would tell this person to be patient with you to understand who you are, okay, at a soul level. That's for a lover. Now, if they're a friend or a coworker just curious about you, who's not really an enemy, just a regular person, they would just say you're a magical soul, really pure heart, sweet, nice, kind. They would also definitely, they come to keep mentioning the family, they come from a strong background. You're very intelligent, and if this friend or coworker wants to know if they can trust you, they definitely would say you're trustworthy. And then they would tell the client that you would have their back all the way in anything. You'll be like a brother or a sister to them. So that's how they would describe you to a friend or a coworker. Now, if it's an enemy, they would tell them to be aware of your family, because your family doesn't play, and if they find out that somebody hurt you, they would need to walk with caution. They would tell this person to walk with caution. If any person was a person who has malicious intentions towards you, was to do you wrong, they would tell them to walk with caution. And they would tell them reasons why they are feeling anger against you, especially in this group. They would tell them why. It's definitely past life, and they'll try to bring understanding to the client to calm them down, hopefully. If they are psychic with good moral standings. But if they don't care, they probably won't go that far. But they definitely would bring them caution, because they are the intermediate, the psychic. And they will also tell them that you're extremely protected spiritually and physically, and your soul is very regal, it's ancient, so it would behoove them not to do something to you, because the karma they would get would not be like the other two piles. It would be extremely bad. And some of you guys, if you are into deity work, for my one person out there, possibly there is a goddess feminine energy that is around you right now. I had to say that. But nonetheless, this is what a psychic would tell people about you. So if you like this reading, Power 3, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video, okay? All right, last but not least, Power 4, the Twin Flames. Let's see what a psychic would tell someone about you. Let's see. All right, so already they would say people don't see you for who you really are at times. Like, they don't really see sometimes how big of a heart you have, whether it be in relationships, when you're dating somebody, or how much you invest in people, even marriage. They might not see it all because it's kind of hidden. They would say your guides are very protective over you, especially if they're talking to a person who's asking about you who's very spiritual. Because no matter if you're masculine or feminine, you're being shown as the emperor, somebody who's worked hard in life to get to where they are, and had to have a lot of patience, because certain things did not come quick. With the Knight of Pentacles, you came across a lot of opposition, but you still came out with power with the Ace of Pentacles. You've had many times of possibly feeling stagnated, but also possibly overlooked. But again, fortune has always turned in your favor. You've had a lot of probably negative endings, especially in love, whether it be lovers or friendships or just certain connections. All right, and you never understood why, because you have a big heart. So they would tell this person to be cautious with you, because now you, at times, even though you're the emperor, you can have times where you could be the Queen of Swords. You're not afraid to let people know, let people have it. You'll not really in a crazy way. I mean, you could for some of you guys, but you'll let them know if they really push you there. They would tell people you're also a light in the room. So it's like you're the light in the room that some people notice and some people don't. It really depends on the environment you're in. That's what they would tell this person. You've had many transitions, and also currently you might be going through a transition with money or trying to do something different right now. They would tell them that. People do love working with you, though. I will say that. As much as some people might not understand certain things about you, people do love working with you, whether you know this or not. Some people like networking with you. Also, they would say you like networking with like-minded people, especially when it comes to like work or just things you like, creativity, things like that. They would say you might like nature as well. The psychic would tell them you love nature. Um, you might be all. They also would tell them you're in astrology, probably into astrology or zodiac signs, or you like to know a little bit more deeper things about astrology other than zodiac signs. Like far as like other than your sun and moon, you might look more into it, like your north node. You might look more into your destiny. You might be more into numerology. You're looking a little bit more deeper into it because you want to. I'm here. You want to know more about your past life. You want to know where you're headed. So they definitely would say you're a person who loves to learn about spirituality, okay, and soul contracts. Some of you guys, they would tell them that you love to write. You might be into poetry. You might like to read books. You might be into movies, whether it be like mystical movies, dramas, things of that nature. You might love philosophy. You might love debate, some of you guys. But definitely at the most, you're definitely, they would say you're connected to your angels, your guides. You just love something with spiritual learning. You know, you love anything towards spirituality that may helps you evolve. You love to evolve. They would say some of you guys feel that you're a star seed, possibly, or that you just feel like you're an ancient soul with some type of wisdom that you should share. If you do have a family, they would tell this person that you love your family dearly, right? Definitely. You love to communicate as well, but you also love your privacy, right? Also, they would say you bring like you're like the you bring harmony into people's lives, right? You might have had times though where you didn't get that reciprocated as well though, as far as like the proper love, and you had to learn to stand on your own. I'm hearing for some of you guys, yeah. Some of you, they also would say some of you guys had some deep heartbreaks. Maybe even people not being the best with you when you're younger, maybe in like high school, college, or your young adulthood. People were kind of deceiving, so you had to learn to trust your own self. You had to learn to be more discerning. But they also would say you're very driven, okay, very strong. They will also say you intimidate people in love. So sometimes you trigger people's, I guess, negativity within them, whether you want to call them demons or not. You are a justice bringer though. You don't like injustice. But I will say though, they are telling me that a psychic would say that you trigger people to act out of character, and it ends up ruffling your feathers, and you don't really know why they're acting like this, because your light is so bright you disturb them, right? And they try to, some people might act like you're the bad person or say something wrong to you to act like you're at fault for certain things, but it's them. Okay. And so again, you have to learn to protect yourself and love yourself with this Lover's card. So it's lovers, like you are your own lover at times. But also they're telling this client, the psychic would say you will be a great lover. You'll be a very good husband or wife to someone out there. And they're going to be feeling very balanced with you with the Justice card. If you are single, they would say love is coming, especially if you would like it. If you would like to get married, they would say love is coming. You're the only pal that I'm hearing love would come for right now. If you are single, it will be coming within the next no later than 3 to 4 years from now, if not earlier. Also, they will say you love to travel, you like to explore, you might like history as well. You're very magical, you're very mystical, you're very alluring. Okay. What else would they say? Again, you're very innovative. Again, I keep being told that you might have had a lot of rebirth moments with this Phoenix card here, with the Isis and innovation. You've probably had to transform a lot in your life. You've probably been through a lot of random endings, death and rebirth. Some of you guys might even had a life or death experience where you almost lost your life. You might have lost things in your life. The psychic would say all these things. You had a lot of rebirth moments, guys. Some of you guys might have felt like the ugly duckling growing up and then became something more beautiful. Some of you guys also had to come out of states of lack, whether it was a mindset or actual money. And so you had to learn to guide yourself in the right direction. Some of you guys had lack of guidance. You had to trust your intuition in life. And also she would, the psychic would say, you're in some type of shamanic journey right now, whether you know it or not. A lot of you guys are good at astral traveling, whether you remember your dreams or not. Right now, she would, the psychic would say, you're very focused on your goals, and you do have the ability, if you were to meditate and really focus, to have precognition or something like that in nature, as I'm being told. And if you don't, if you're not able to do this now, I'm hearing there's a possibility you can have this in the future. Precognition to see your future and also to know more about your Akasha record. So I'm hearing that's where you're headed as you get older. Even if you're 50 right now, it doesn't mean you couldn't have this gift at 60, right? That's what they would tell the client. You're very in tune, you're very focused on your spiritual side, you're very grounded, you're just always optimistic and joyful about your future no matter what life throws at you. No matter how many ups and downs you've been through, you never give up. You always have courage, right? You're like the lion, man. You're powerful. So let's see, what else are they telling me about you guys? Yeah, transformative with this Hecate card. You transform yourself so much that you're in this leader position, this master, meaning like you're starting to realize so much at a soul level who you are. You're coming to greater awareness. And also the divine has saved you so many times, whether you actually had a life-death experience or a state of lack, the divine has definitely helped you. You're definitely balanced with your light and dark. And side message for my 1% out of there, some of you guys they would say you draw dark and light energies, whether actual humans are negative or actual humans are positive, but you also draw negative spirits and positive spirits because it's a past life, okay? They would tell them there's certain energies around you that come from a past life that may be from an underworld perspective, energy, I should say, and it brings you wisdom. So I got to tell you, the only power I say this, you get wisdom not only from your angels, but the darker aspect of life, right? You got to know this. I'm not telling y'all to speak to these things, but you just have that in you. You're very powerful. You're an ancient soul. They would say a lot of you guys have worked with these spirits, whether dark or light, in the past life, and they kind of still with you because the energy don't leave just because you came in this incarnation. Just because you're not aware of it doesn't mean you don't have these things around you. Some psychics can tune into this, some psychics can't. So I'm being told this is a good psychic. She would tell them that if she feels compelled to, or if they asked about this, depending on how spiritual the person is who's asking about you, okay? What else would they say about you? You might have also had, again, they keep telling me maybe some paranormal experiences. You've learned to create things. Some of you guys are being shown as entrepreneurs. Some of you guys might be entrepreneurs, but you're being shown a person who's always finding resolutions to anything. You have a lot of creative energy within you. I'm hearing you might have had times of low self-esteem growing up, or possibly even now, but you learned to empower yourself, right? Okay. And you are very young at heart, I'm hearing as well. Very youthful energy, very transformative. You have a lot of transformative energy. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were Scorpios or something. You might like to write a journal or read poems. You're very deep. You're definitely divinely guided. And some of you guys are a guide to people. Maybe you guys mentor children, or maybe you have children. Nonetheless, you're being shown as somebody who's of high status from the spirit world. And so this is something they would tell someone who's asking about you, right? Now, that's just in general. So just like I did for the last 3 powers, I'm going to split it up now. So now that I stated all this, I'm going to tell you even a little bit more in depth about what they would tell a lover who's asking about you, who wants to be a lover to you, whether it be a person wants to date you or marry you. Then I'm going to tell you how a coworker or an associate would ask, like what they would tell that person. And then I'm going to tell you what an enemy or somebody, what they would tell them. Because they're still going to tell them everything I stated, but it's going to be different depending on the moral status, the moral energy that the psychic holds, right? If they're there just for money to gyp you, or or be benevolent and don't care if they tell you, the person, all your business, and actually get paid to do a spell against you, okay? So if it's a lover asking about you, or somebody wanting to be a lover, they would definitely say you're one who doesn't trust easy. You have boundaries. But your heart is limitless, how far you would put your love into someone if you decided to. You're very aware. You're someone who has a lot of authority. You don't play around. You can be stubborn at times. You can be very secretive and very mysterious, but also very sensual. You might love cuddling, you might love hugging, all these things, but at the same time, when you want your space, you want your space. You do want your respect, right? And you will let it be known. Even if you're an introvert, if you're pushed to a certain point, you will state these things. And so they will tell this person, if they want to love you properly, make sure it's reciprocated, okay? Make sure they come to you with balanced energy. Make sure they're very emotionally mature. They don't have to be perfect, but make sure they have some type of structure in their energy when they come to you. You don't like really chaos. You've dealt with enough life situations where you had to transmute energy. But I wouldn't be surprised, what I'm being told to tell you right now, that you've triggered people to transform them. Even if they weren't the best of you, your energy transformed people. So they would tell this person as well, this person can be transform your life for the better. So if you do have any bad habits, doesn't mean they're going to be codependent on you, but they need to be aware that even if they think they got it all together, you've healed and done so much that your essence will heal them and help them transform, because you be an example for the mate that you're meant to be with, right? And that's if you're single. And then if you're not single, if somebody just loves you as a friend, but they wish they could be with you, and they might not tell you that they like you this much, they'll tell them the same thing. Now, if this is a coworker or an associate, they will just say you're very loyal, dedicated at your work, you're dedicated outside of work, you put your all into it, you're trustworthy. They don't have to worry about you slandering their name. Unless you're provoked to do something, you're not a person to really get in people's faces. You stay to yourself. And so they have nothing to be concerned about. If this person's curious about why you get so much attention, it's just your soul is someone of high stature, where it naturally draws people in. You have a very healing, transmutive energy where you draw light and dark energy. And so you have people from all walks of life trying to come towards you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're attracted to all types of cultures, not just dating wise, but just friends, or just learning about different people's history. So this is what they would tell that person, like your coworker, associate, or anybody who's like that energy. And if they're an enemy, they would tell them, even if you seem sweet, be cautious with you. You're very discerning, you're very intuitive. You will pick up on subtle energy, so they will tell them to brace themselves, okay? You're definitely, they will say you're divinely protected as always, but they need to watch themselves. You're highly favored, and you also have friends and certain family members that watch over you as well. And so they will tell them to be cautious. And they will also tell them, if the psychic is of good morals, if they sense that this person was to try to throw magic on you, they would tell them to be aware of what could happen to them if they were to do something to you. Right? That's only if the psychic is, has good moral standings. If they don't care, they might not even go that far, and they just want to get paid. But other than that, that's all I'm hearing for you guys, Power 4. So if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and with that being said, my name is Knight, and blessed be everybody.